Hello everyone, welcome to Ke Aaja Ghar Mai. Ke Aaja Ghar Mai, which is a daily live television show जुन आउने गर्छ every Sunday to Friday 12:30 बजेदेखि 1:30 बजेसम्म live Kantipur TV HD मा. Your show is all about home affairs, is all about our wellness, all about our lifestyle and everything that makes our life beautiful, everything that enhances the way we live. And yes, your show we also talk about various topics. This is the motive of the show, and we try to make this afternoon time very informative for all of you by sharing a lot of new ideas, by sharing a lot of new information as well. As with some very interesting ideas, with new information, I am your host Sagarika to give you company. Well, as a first segment ko suruwaat garne bela ma I would just like to talk about the weather. Aileko jun mausam, I think it's very unpredictable as well. Kaile ekdamai pani parira huncha, kaile chai ekdamai it's very summery, it's very hot. At times, pani pani yeti thulo parcha ki it causes a big trouble for everybody. So aileko jun yo weather ma I think we are very much exposed to the sun as well. So scorching heat, so ekdamai garmi khalko weather pani cha, alikiti humidity pani high nei cha. So your weather ma how to take care of yourself. Now also how to take care of your body, how to take care of your skin and hair bhanne bare ma hami suruma alikiti aaj kurakani garchau. And talking about summer, talking about sunshine, talking about this weather, I am someone who loves sunshine. I am someone jo lai chai ekdamai summer man parcha, gham lageko ekdamai ramailo din I like it, but in certain ways I feel like it's a little harmful for our health as well. Sun is actually really good for your health as well, especially morning sun. When we bask in the sun in the morning, I think it's really good because we get excessive amount of vitamin D from there. So vitamin D lets hamro bone lai, hamro health lai, at the same time hamro mood lai pani enhance garcha pani bhanincha. So there are some good part of the sun as well, but at the same time we all know that धेरै sun ma exposure bhayo bhane, धेरै हामी sun घाम मा बस्यो भने चाहिँ it might have a lot of adverse effect in our health. So के किसिमको adverse effect हुन सक्छ, त्यसबाट कसरी बच्ने हामी, how to take care of ourselves भन्ने बारेमा चाहिँ we'll be talking in our show today. र when we start with all the effects of sun, I think the number one effect is always on our health, and that is on our skin. Basically, hamro skin ma chai ekdamai धेरैले adverse effect haru pani पारिरहेको हुन्छ, especially जुन skin को texture, skin को color, skin को quality, at the same time skin को जुन health ma पनि एकदमै यसले नराम्रो effects haru पारिरहेको हुन्छ. So there are also this thing कि कतिपय sun को damage हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ we think that sun tan or अलिकति त्यो skin मा discoloration भएको मात्र is the effect भनेर हामी सोच्छौं. But to be honest, there are so many other things that sun can do to our health. When we talk about the rays of sun को चाहिँ दुई किसिमको rays हरु हुन्छ, एउटा UVA भनेर हुन्छ भने अर्को चाहिँ there's UVB. र UVA is actually that kind of rays जुनले चाहिँ it penetrates deep in our skin, हाम्रो जुन skin को layers हरुमा गएर चाहिँ यसले त्यसको harmful rays हरु चाहिँ पर्छ. At the same time it causes a lot of pigmentation हाम्रो skin मा जुन त्यो patchy stuffs हरु आउने or dark spots or dark dotted spots or aune. This is what pigmentation is all about. This to huncha. At the same time, it also causes a lot of wrinkles and a lot of acne. Or jun alikiti bhitrako layer bata chai skin line damage गर्ने काम चाहिँ UVA rays ले गर्छ भने UVB is also equally harmful. UVB rays ले चाहिँ skin लाई अलिकति sunburn हरु गर्ने जुन exterior surface लाई चाहिँ यसले अलिकति harmful rays हरुले effect गर्छ. र at the same time जुन skin को redness देखि लिएर skin मा जुन आउने sunburn, skin ma aउने dry patches haru, acne haru pani यसले अलिकति instigate पनि गरिरहेको हुन्छ. At the same time, not only for your skin, I think these UVAs and UVB rays are also very harmful for your eyes, because आँखामा पर्दाखेरि पनि eyes are something that's very sensitive to us, but at the same time it's one of the most important thing in our body. To have a good vision, to have a proper vision is also very important. र अहिले जुन after all this pollution and stuff, I think त्यसमा पनि sunले अझै add गरिरहेको हुन्छ, sunको harmful rays रे. Like I talked about UVA and UVB, eyes ko lagi I think UVB is even more harmful, because UVB let's say jun hamro आँखा को jun retina or cornea lai pani ekdamai harmful effect पारिरहेको हुन्छ. At the same time it can also cause a lot of problems like cataracts, or it can also cause temporary vision loss, which I think is very risky, very dangerous, and we should all avoid it. So यसलाई कसरी avoid गर्ने भन्ने बारेमा पनि we will be having some discussion on it as well. But again, let me go back to all the other effects of sunburn or all the other effects of sun exposure in our body. Now again, sun label, we've talked about eyes, we've talked about skin. It also affects our hair. I think hair is also something that is exposed to sun all the time, be it for guys or for girls. I think hair is also like an accessory, is also like jun gahna bhन्छ ni ketiharuko, or even for guys. In fact, today in today's day, hair is very important for a lot of guys as well, for all of us to look good, to look presentable. र sunले चाहिँ हाम्रो कपालमा पनि it causes a lot of problem like dry hair, like frizziness, brittleness, चाँडै टुक्रिने, split ends हरु, हाँगाहरु आउने. So these kind of problems लाई पनि instigate गर्छ sun exposure ले. र at the same time जुन basic कुरा चाहिँ हामीलाई कसरी sun exposure बाट हामीलाई अलिकति health मा harmful effects हरु पर्यो भनेर कसरी थाहा पाउने भन्ने बारेमा पनि will be talk about it. र in fact, even if you have any kind of ideas, anything that you would want to share with us, then you can always give us a call. हामीसँग share गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ यहाँको पनि ideas, यहाँको पनि केही problems हरु, or anything that you want to share about sun exposure, you can just give us a call. And yes, with that, once again I'll be talking about how to find out कि अब चाहिँ sun ले मेरो skin मा damage गर्यो or मेरो body मा damage गर्यो, and now it's time that I take care of it भनेर कसरी थाहा पाउने भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ the number one sign is your skin starts getting very dry. The dry matra हैन, skin मा पनि I'm sure some of you have noticed as well, जुन त्यो white patches हरु आउने, rough white patches, अलिकति flaky भएको जस्तै, अलिकति त्यो skin पनि dry भएर निस्केको जस्तो हुने. I think that is the number one effect of the sun exposure. र एउटा sign पनि हो एकदमै, it's a sign that you should go and see your doctor immediately. So yes, that is one. The other one is also about uneven skin tone. So कतिपय चाहिँ pigmentation पनि हुन्छ. Even I have it on my face, I think, some kind of pigmentation that certain parts मा त अलिकति dark हुने, or you get all these kind of dotted things there, you get all spots there. So I think that is also another sign that you should be a little careful while you're going out on the sun. And the other one is also skin ko elasticity पनि lose हुन्छ. Like I said, sun ले चाहिँ आफ्नो skin लाई, what happens is it makes you grow old a little faster. So your aging process लाई यसले speed up गर्छ, यसले अझै fast बनाउँछ. So skin पनि elasticity lose हुने, र at the same time you start getting all the wrinkles, you start getting fine lines पनि not only on your forehead or not only on your skin, but also in the eyes ko side ma or your laugh line ma pani wrinkles haru aउने, lines haru dekhine pani start bhayeko matlab you have to be a little careful while you're going out on the sun. And the other one is also about jun sag down hune skin ko elasticity ko मैले कुरा गर्दा थिए. Sag down is when your skin starts drooping down, jun अलिकति elasticity low भएपछि it sags down. I think that is also one of the major effect, and you should be very careful. Now talking about how to be careful, कसरी careful हुने मा I think the number one thing is always use sunscreen. Always protect yourself, protect your face, protect your hands, protect your skin from the sun exposure. I've seen that a lot of people, when we travel, we apply sunscreen on our face and maybe on our hands as well, but your pura arms ma चाहिँ हामी लगाएर हिँड्दैनौं, especially if you're going out on a scooter or on a bike. Even guys should start putting on sunscreen. And I feel like a lot of guys think that it's a little feminine to use sunscreen, but no, it's not. It's actually for your body, it's actually for your health. So you have to be very careful and apply sunscreen, and not only apply, reapply it throughout the day. दिनभरि चाहिँ reapply गरिराख्नु पनि जरुरी छ. In fact, every 1 hour or every 1.5 hours जतिमा reapply गरेर पनि sunscreen लाई लगाउन सकिन्छ. र I've also seen a lot of girls, they apply it as a base. Sunscreen चाहिँ base मा जस्तै गरेर use गर्छ, and on top of that they have makeup and they have a lot of things going on. So reapply गर्न गाह्रो हुन्छ भने चाहिँ sunscreen powdered form मा पनि available हुन्छ. It's easily available in the market as well. So powdered sunscreen, like just dab it on your face, just lightly pat it on your face, and then that's how you can get protected from the sun. And also make sure kids about sunscreen किन्दाखेरि पनि minimum around 30 plus SPF को चाहिँ यहाँले use गर्नुपर्छ. That's like the most recommended one. And also make sure that it protects you from both UVA and UVB rays. And yes, that's it. Use sunscreen all the time. And also don't let the clouds fool you. किनभने कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ thin layer of clouds भयो भने we feel like as a घाम लाग्दैन जस्तै लाग्छ, but sun rays can actually penetrate and pass through those cloud rays as well. And also if you travel through cars or कुनै पनि vehicle भित्र हुनुहुन्छ, does not mean that you are protected. कतिपय चाहिँ जुन विन्डोजहरुबाट पनि सनको रेज पेनिट्रेट हुन्छ र एट द सेम टाइम आइभ सीन दैट कतिपयको अफिस पनि ग्लासको विन्डोजहरु भएको पनि हुन्छ सो त्यहाँबाट पनि सन रेज पास भइरहेको हुन्छ सो जस्ट बिकज यु आर इनडोर्स डज नट मीन दैट यु आर सेफ फ्रम द सन And similarly, also there are hats and caps and everything that people have been wearing. In fact, a cap to the reason prefer going a hat banda pani, but I think now it's high time that we become very conscious, not only fashion-wise conscious matra ina hamro health ma pani alikati conscious, but if we start wearing hats, if we start protecting the entire, you know, hamro jun yo hat boy bhन्छ it has a wide rim हैन र त्यसले चाहिँ हाम्रो skin लाई पनि properly protect गर्छ र at the same time your ears, your neck, your shoulders, everything is protected. So cap boy it's only the front part of your face, that also I don't think it's covered fully. So opt for hats because number one, it's very fashionable, and number two, it's amazing for your health and skin. And number three is UV absorbent shades. When we go and buy shades or goggles around you know, we do not really tend to look at it from a perspective ki hamle यसलाई eyes लाई बचाइराको छौ भन्ने चाहिँ त्यति धेरै we are not very conscious. We are only conscious about the design, only about the latest trends, colors or shape ma matra hamle focus garchau. But next time you go and buy yourself a pair of shades, just make sure that it's UV absorbent, UV rays हरुलाई पनि त्यसले block गरिराको छ आफ्नो आँखालाई कसरी safe राख्ने भन्ने बारेमा पनि don't forget to think about it. And the other one obviously is taking care of your lips. I think that is one thing that a lot of people forget. Whenever we apply sunscreen on our face, we usually miss out the part on our eyelid and on our lips. Now this is also यो मैले मात्र भनेको हैन, it's not only my observation, but a lot of people I'm sure have observed this. At the same time, a lot of studies has also said that we always tend to avoid the lip area or we forget about it. Especially जब हामी lip balm हरु लगाउँदाखेरि पनि we have to make sure कि it also contains a little bit of SPF, it also contains a little bit of you know, blocking all the harmful rays किनभने lips are very very delicate. हाम्रो skin भन्दा पनि lips, it's more delicate, so just make sure that you apply sunscreen or a lip balm that contains sunscreen on your lips as well, and also your eyelid, because a lot of people, they tend to forget the eyelid part or near your eyes bunny, because again that is a part where your skin is very thin, very soft and very vulnerable to all the damages that is caused by the sun. So yes, make sure that you apply it evenly on your face and everywhere. And yes, and another thing is also when we apply cream haru use gardakheri or perfumes haru use gardakheri चाहिँ जुन sunscreen ma pani अहिले, you know, you find creams with foundation and a lot of other things, moisturizer and sunscreen bhanera आउँछ. But sunscreen ma जुन fragrance भएको sunscreen or जुन बास्ना आउने sunscreen or cream हरु use गर्यो भने चाहिँ skin अझै sensitive हुन्छ र यसले झन् उल्टो adverse effect दिन्छ. So make sure that you don't use anything that has a lot of fragrance, strong smell भएको कुराहरु चाहिँ आफ्नो skin मा, आफ्नो face मा चाहिँ नलगाउनुस्, because it might smell good for a certain period of time, but long run ma चाहिँ it makes your skin even more sensitive and it causes a lot of damage. So yes, I think these were some of the ideas that I had, that I shared with you. And also I think, yes, I missed out one very interesting and very informative idea, and that is whenever we try to exfoliate our skin, whenever we try to scrub our skin, make sure you always do it at night. किनभने बिहान गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ when you exfoliate, when you scrub your skin, जुन dead cells हरु, you know, it comes out, र जुन fresh skin चाहिँ it's actually more vulnerable, it's very sensitive as well. So बिहान scrub गरेर बाहिर घाममा निस्किनु भयो भने चाहिँ, you know, that can cause a lot of damage to your skin. So yes, make sure you exfoliate at night, moisturize it, and the next morning you use a lot of sunscreen and go out and enjoy the sunshine. And with this, I think it's time that I take a short break. I will be back definitely with a lot of new ideas and a lot of new information. Till then, keep watching. I'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Ke Aaja Ghar Mai with me, Sagarika, today. As a penny, I'm going to talk about a lot of interesting things. I'm going to make, I think, even the simple things turn out really interesting. So, I think it's time that I talk about food. And again, if you've been following this show regularly, you know that we always talk about food. And if you've also been following my episodes, then I'm sure you know that I love anything that is colorful, anything that is filled with color, anything that is bright and vibrant. I love it. र आजको हाम्रो जुन food को बारेमा, food ingredient को बारेमा कुराकानी गर्दैछौं, that is also very colorful. It has a very beautiful, vibrant color, and I love looking at it. I love the dish as well जब prepared हुन्छ. So त्यो food के रहेछ भन्ने बारेमा चाहिँ let's have a look and we'll come back and have a conversation on it. Alright, so I'm sure you've known as हामी के को बारेमा कुराकानी गर्दैछौं भनेर, and that is none other than the bright and beautiful, vibrant purple colored vegetable, and that is brinjal. Yes, bhanta को बारेमा हामी कुराकानी गर्नेछौं आज. र again when we talk about brinjals, usually हामीले सबैजनाले चाहिँ अहिले brinjal भनेर यसलाई चिन्छौं. र South Africa र South Asia तिर चाहिँ especially it's known as brinjal, but in America and in Australia it is actually known as eggplants. त्यहाँ चाहिँ brinjal भन्दा पनि यसलाई eggplants भनेर चिनिन्छ. र eggplants पनि किन भनिएको भने चाहिँ you know few hundred years ago, maybe 300 or 400 years ago, eggplants हरुको or brinjals हरुको variety चाहिँ त्यहाँ अलिकति yellowish color को or अलिकति whitish color को variety of brinjals चाहिँ त्यहाँ धेरै available हुन्थ्यो, and it also looked like जुन त्यो hen's egg or goose को egg this देखेको भएर चाहिँ यसलाई egg plants भनेर पनि यसलाई नाम दिएको हो, and I think that's a very interesting story. र अहिले सम्म पनि it's known as egg plants in America and in Australia, but यहाँ हामी we call it bhanta, we call it brinjal, and we also call it bengan. Again, when we talk about brinjals, we saw it in the video that there's so many ways that we can use brinjal in our dishes. हाम्रो food मा पनि I think it's a very common vegetable पनि हामी सबैजनाको किचनमा हुने तरकारी पनि हो, र यसलाई चाहिँ we can use it as appetizers, we can use it as salad, we can use it as pickle, curry, and we can, you know, there's so many things we can do with it. Again, you know, And of course, I think we all love those fried brinjals, pakoda way ma pani hami khaन्छौं, and I think it's a very delicious dish as well to have it, and it's also very easy to make it and to serve it as well. Maybe I would like to give a small tip on how to choose a perfect brinjal, because when we go to market we see different type of brinjals hami dekhiraheko huncha, different shape ma pani hami dekhiraheko hunchau. So there are some tips and tricks that you can use which will make it easy for you to choose the perfect brinjal for your home. And the number one thing is, whenever you try to buy brinjal, it has to be a little, brinjal bhaneko alikati fleshy vegetable ho, so make sure that it's a little heavy, it's a little firm, but at the same time heavy to firm bhaye pani tesko skin say if it's thin, that's good. Jati thin skin bhayo, that is better for the fruit, for the vegetable as well. I don't know why I keep on calling it fruit, maybe because it's all purple and colorful, but yes, brinjal is a vegetable, and make sure that it has very thin skin. And the other one is also make sure it does not have patches. हामीले भान्जा किन्दाखेरि पनि or हेर्दाखेरि पनि it's got a little bit of light shade को patches हरु जस्तो different discoloration भएको जस्तो, so obviously discoloration भएको, it's not good as well. And the another thing is, whenever you're buying a brinjal, make sure you press it, because when you press it, यो तपाईको thumb को or fingers को impression brinjal मा पर्यो भने चाहिँ it is ripe, त्यो भनेको चाहिँ पाकेको छ, राम्ररी पाकेको छ भन्ने हुन्छ. So yes, you can get that as well. And the another thing is, whenever you're buying a brinjal, make sure that you check the bottom of the brinjal को तलपट्टिको भागलाई चाहिँ check गर्नुपर्छ. And the larger there's a scar, right? So the larger the scar is, the less seed it has. So ठुलो scar छ मतलब त्यहाँ भित्र चाहिँ कम seeds हरु हुन्छ. So that's one quick way to find out how the brinjal that you're taking home is. And also कसरी store गर्ने भन्ने बारेमा पनि there are a lot of tips. Number one is, never cut the brinjal and store it, because cut गरेर store गर्दाखेरि it turns very black, त्यो अलिकति dark bluish blackish color आउँछ, and it starts looking very ugly, and I'm sure you do not want to consume that later. So make sure कि जब तपाईले cut गरेर brinjalलाई store गर्नुहुन्छ, you can actually wrap it in a plastic bag and store it in your fridge, because that's going to give a longer shelf life to your brinjal, र also त्यो black color पनि हुँदैन. And the other thing is, brinjal light say it's always advisable कि धेरै long time सम्म store चाहिँ नगरेको राम्रो, किनभने धेरै store गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it has a very less shelf life, र at some point of time it turns very black and dark, and it's not really nice as well. र अर्को एउटा कुरा, while I was going through articles about brinjal, while I was preparing to talk about brinjal, I found out this really funny and really strange thing. Usually हामीले brinjal like we take it as a curry, we take it as a food, but brinjal lai आफ्नो skin र hair मा पनि apply गर्न सकिँदो रहेछ, which again was a very new thing for me as well. मैले पनि I've never heard of it, and when I told my friends about it, even they were a little surprised, they were a little amused by this idea. र I think अब चाहिँ after this show, maybe I'm going to go home and give it a try, give it a shot. Let's see if it's going to work out or not, and obviously I'm going to share with you if it's going to work out or not. Someday I'll share with you. Maybe I'll give you a short tip, a short idea on how brinjals can be used for your skin and hair. Yes, brinjal light skin ma कसरी use गर्न सकिन्छ भने, around 50 grams of shredded eggplant or brinjal लाई लिने, र त्यसमा चाहिँ 2 spoon of aloe vera juice or fresh aloe vera plant को जुन pulp लाई चाहिँ त्यसमा add गरेर त्यसमा 1 spoon of organic honey लिने, and then you blend it. You start blending it, all the shredded brinjal and aloe vera and organic honey, blend गरेर मज्जाको paste बनाउने, and fresh skin ma, after you wash your face, after it's clean, apply it on your face, and once you've applied it, apply गरेपछि पनि keep it there for a certain time, like 2-3 minutes सम्म राखेर, let it observe पहिला भित्र skin सम्म जाओस्, and त्यसमा फेरि add another layer of this paste that we have, this brinjal paste that we have, apply it on your face and keep it for around 20 to 30 minutes. त्यो मजाले dry भएपछि सुकेपछि, because it's going to take some time to dry out, so त्यो सुकेपछि चाहिँ make sure that you use a cotton ball. Cotton ले चाहिँ त्यसलाई warm water or cotton mix गरेर wipe it off from your face, and once it's done with the cotton, don't scrub it. So once it's done with the cotton, make sure you wash your face with warm water, alikati lukewarm pani le chai muk dhoera, त्यसma you just apply a little bit of ice, dab some ice after you've washed your face, and then put some moisturizer and go to bed. And I think next morning when you wake up, you'll have soft, supple and really beautiful skin. And yes, this is what it said, so definitely I'm going to try it and you should try it too. र अर्को यसको like I said, hair मा पनि यसलाई use गर्न मिल्छ पनि भनिन्छ हैन. So this vegetable has a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins. त्यही भएर यसलाई चाहिँ कपालमा use गर्दा पनि it's really nice. र त्यसको लागि पनि all you have to do is एउटा brinjal, and get some brinjal, get some cucumbers, kakro, get some avocado as well, र अलिकति sour cream. So brinjal, cucumber, avocado र sour cream लाई mix गरेर make a paste, properly त्यसलाई whip गरेर मजाको paste बनाएर blend गरेर if you apply it on your scalp, on your hair भन्दा पनि in fact scalp मा लगाउनु भएर if you leave it for around half an hour, 30 minutes leave गरेर you just wash it with a mild shampoo. You can use a shampoo त्यसपछि मजाले shampoo use गरेर once a week if you apply it on your head, then all your problems like dandruff and itchiness and scalp ko kunai pani kisimko problems haru yahanलाई छ भने चाहिँ it is also gonna vanish. So I think this is a very unusual tip, this is a very unique and different idea. हामीले अहिले सम्म नसुनेको जुन kitchen मै हुने vegetable, kitchen मै हुने यस्तो common भान्सालाई पनि हामीले use गर्न सक्छौं. So I think that's a very nice idea as well, to use it for your beauty, for using it to enhance your skin and your hair. And also skin र hair मा मात्र हैन, brinjal has a lot of health benefits, be it for your heart, for your liver, for your digestion ko लागि in fact it is really nice. But at the same time, since it has a lot of fibers and a lot of vitamin C, vitamin B6, copper, potassium, phosphorus, it's got plenty of all the minerals, so it can be used as in your health as well, health enhance गर्न पनि. र like I said, धेरै एउटा कुरामा it can be used even for blood pressure like control मा राख्नको लागि, cholesterol like control मा राख्नको लागि, memory लाई boost गर्नको लागि, र at the same time digestion को लागि it's really good. And also हाम्रो body मा चाहिँ it's always said that we need a lot of iron in our body. The excess भएको पनि it's not nice. So brinjal ले चाहिँ any excess iron लाई it actually removes from our body, any kind of toxins हरूलाई पनि यसले remove गर्छ, so it's really nice. And another thing is brinjal मा चाहिँ brinjal खानु भयो भने चाहिँ it can also help you quit smoking. Yes, again, this was a very new information for me. Even I was a little amused again. So brinjal मा चाहिँ के हुँदो रहेछ भने it's got nicotinic acid भन्ने हुन्छ. So already high amount of nicotine, good amount of nicotine भएको हुनाले चाहिँ जुन यहाँको urge हुन्छ to go out and smoke or all this kind of urges लाई चाहिँ control गर्छ. So if you have plenty of brinjal, then बिस्तारै सायद smoking quit गर्न पनि it can be really useful for you. And I think that's also a very important tip. And again, it's very good for your immunity system, it's good for babies, for children, and for everyone. And like I said, brinjal again, it's beautiful, it's delicious, it's used in different cuisines हरूमा use गर्न सक्छौं, as appetizers, as salads, as pickle, as curry, as pakoras, or fried, or any way मा यहाँले पनि खान सक्नुहुन्छ. र if you also have any kind of recipes that you would want to share with us, you can always leave us a message on our Facebook page मा पनि हामीलाई message गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. You can always get connected with us and share your ideas so that we can get it featured in some of our shows in future. And yes, I think again it's time for me to take another short break. I will be right back after this break with something even more interesting. Welcome back one more time. You're watching Ke Aaja Ghar Mai, a complete home affairs show. The home affairs show bhanne bittikai we try to include something about our house, something about our home as well. Home affairs ko sadai hami kurakani garchau, and we also try to include some really informative ideas. Naya jankaरीहरु पनि हामी दिने प्रयास गर्छौं, जसले गर्दा यहाँको घर can be enhanced, in terms of in terms of the aesthetics, in terms of how to keep it clean, in terms of new ideas and everything basically. So as I say, we're going to talk about that part of our house, that room of our house, जहाँ चाहिँ हामी धेरै we don't really go in or out, or we don't really, we don't have a lot of things there, and just because of what happens is just because हामी अरु रूममा चाहिँ धेरै focus गर्छौं, be it our kitchen or bedroom, our living room, there's one space that we hesitate to go and clean, or there's one space that we don't really take care of, and that is our store room. Yes, store room मा चाहिँ हामी त्यति धेरै आउजाउ पनि गर्दैनौं, त्यति धेरै I think we keep it clean, we try to keep it clean, but again regularly जुन राम्ररी राख्ने, सजाएर राख्ने, properly राख्ने सामानहरु पनि गर्दैनौं. Store room is that place where we just store things that we do not use. जुन यु नो पछि चाहिँ सायद त्यो युज हुन सक्छ होला त्यहाँ राखेको सामानहरू बट टेम्पोररी चाहिँ यु नो टेम्पोररी युज नहुने सामानहरू हामी स्टोर रुममा गएर राखिदिन्छौँ वी जस्ट ट्राई टु हाइड इट अल्सो त्यहाँ गएर लुकाइदिन्छौँ भनौँ होइन एन्ड आई थिङ्क इट्स रियली इम्पोर्टेन्ट द्याट वी किप द्याट प्लेस क्लिन एज वेल किनभने अहिले नचाहे पनि एट सर्टन पोइन्ट अफ टाइम वी विल रिक्वायर अल द थिङ्स द्याट्स देयर स्टोरमा भएको सामान कुनै न कुनै बेला हामीलाई फेरि चाहिन्छ सो इट्स भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट द्याट वी किप इट क्लिन सफा टाइडी र राम्ररी राख्यो भने चाहिँ इट्स त्यो जुन सेल्फ लाइफ पनि इन्क्रिज हुन्छ र एट द सेम टाइम पछि युज गर्दा पनि इट्स एज गुड एज न्यू सो अहिलेको लागि लेट्स ह्याभ अ लुक एट सम अफ द आइडियाज अन हाउ टु किप योर स्टोर रुम क्लिन नीट एन्ड टाइडी एन्ड after this video we'll come back in conversation again. Alright, so we saw some of the pictures, some of the videos of the storerooms. कतिपय चाहिँ अलिकति messy खालको पनि थियो भने कतिपय some of the pictures were very well organized, सफा राम्रो neat and tidy वेमा पनि राखेको थियो. And I'm sure you know you also have this head, you also have that idea in your head कि storeroom भनेपछि अलिकति messy हुन्छ, अलिकति dirty हुन्छ. शायद त्यति properly हामीले arrange गरेर सामान राख्दैनौँ. कुनै सामान लिएर आउँछ we just keep it there and then we lock the room and we just go out. So I think त्यो चाहिँ धेरै जनाको idea of storeroom is you know that and that is what we think storeroom भन्ने बित्तिकै. But again storeroom मा like I said earlier storeroom मा राख्ने सामान अहिलेको लागि हामीलाई सायद नचाहिने हुन्छ but future मा it can be very useful for us as well. र धेरै पछि हामीले storeroom गरेर त्यो सामान निकाल्दाखेरि चाहिँ we don't want to regret कि किन मैले राम्ररी राखिन किन अहिले निकाल्दाखेरि चाहिँ झन् you know युजै गर्न नमिल्ने भए पनि हुन सक्छ कतिपय र you know अहिले चाहिँ I think in this episode we're going to talk about how to manage your storeroom, how to you know keep it very tidy. र सानो यदि यहाँको सानो स्पेस छ भने पनि त्यसलाई कसरी युटिलाइज गर्ने कसरी त्यही स्पेसलाई पनि अझै मज्जाले सामानहरू अट्ने गरेर सफासँग राख्न सक्छ भन्ने बारेमा we will be talking about it. So I think the first idea that I would like to give is whenever you're storing anything in a box, cartoon or कुनै पनि किसिमको प्याकेजिङमा स्टोर गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने always make sure that you label it. I think labeling is the best way to store any kind of thing. Storeroom मा मात्र हैन everywhere मा चाहिँ I would suggest you to label किनभने पछि गएर you know when we want maybe के सामान चाहियो भने storeroom मा गएर सबै खोलखाल पार्नु पनि पर्दैन. You don't have to go and you know make it even more messy. कहाँ छ भनेर थाहा नभएपछि we tend to go and we try to look for it everywhere. So just make sure कि label गर्नुस्. Label गरे पनि it's right there in your eyes. त्यही अगाडि नै थाहा हुन्छ. So categorize गरेर category wise label गरे पनि it's very easy. It also applies on things कि जस्तै कतिपय शो पीसेसहरु चाहिँ इट्स अ लिटल हुन्छ नि अलिकति फुट्ने खालको अर अलिकति प्रेशियस खालको छ भने पनि त्यसलाई प्रपरली र्याप गरेर त्यसलाई लेबल गरेर फ्रजाइल थिंग्स और अलिकति फुट्ने छ सामान भनेर लेख्नु भयो भने चाहिँ यु विल बी भेरी केयरफुल नट ओन्ली यु यदि अरु कोही फ्यामिली मेम्बर भित्र जाँदै हुनुहुन्छ भने पनि दे विल बी भेरी केयरफुल टु मेक श्योर कि त्यो बक्सलाई चाहिँ अर त्यो प्याकेजिङलाई चाहिँ अलिकति नफुटोस् त्यसमा केही पनि ह्याम्पर नहोस् भनेर पनि हामीले सोच्न सक्छौं सो वन्स अगेन लेबलिङ इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट द अदर थिङ इज स्टोर रुममा कतिपय हामीले टुल्सहरु पनि राखिरहेको हुन्छ अलिकति शार्प अब्जेक्ट्सहरु पनि हेभी अब्जेक्ट्सहरु पनि राखिरहेको हुन्छौं सो त्यसलाई पनि मेक श्योर दैट यु कीप इट इन अ भेरी सेफ प्लेस किनभने अगेन व्हेन वी गो एन्ड वी लुक फर थिंग्स अलिकति मेसी हुन्छ यताउता हिँड्दाखेरि यताउता सामान सर्च गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यु माइट यु नो hurt yourself or somebody else might hurt themselves. So it's very important कि sharp objects or tools हरुलाई पनि make a separate box and keep it safely अलिकति out of reach easily अगाडि नै you know लाग्ने गरेर घाउ हुने गरेर चाहिँ नराख्नुस् because again it's very risky and it's very you know dangerous as well. The other thing is whenever you're storing things in your storeroom you can actually use different color को box or bins जुन box cartoons or bins हरुलाई पनि different color wise राखेर र त्यो color मा चाहिँ give it a theme. For example, wooden things or wooden furnitures or anything this is how you can just cover it up with a certain color ko you know cloth or certain color ko box ma राख्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Glass ko item छ भने use a different color for it. If it's लुगाहरु छ भने different items राख्नु. Or let's say summer or winter ko सामान पनि you can do it that way. For example, give a color for winter, give a color for summer. र त्यो color मा त्यही सामान त्यही season को सामान मात्र राख्यो भने पनि I think it's a very good idea as well. And र बेला बेलामा चाहिँ just make sure कि जस्तै हामीले समर आएपछि विन्टरको क्लोथ्स हामी राख्छौं हैन we store it but एकैचोटी नेक्स्ट विन्टरमा मात्र निकाल्यो भने चाहिँ I think that is the worst thing you can ever do because you know it can just give off some really nasty smell or even the texture बिग्रिन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ सानो किराहरु पनि you know those walking insects that you have त्यसले गर्दा पनि धेरै लुगाहरु पनि बिग्रिन सक्छ especially लुगाहरु त you know you would never want your clothes to go bad so just make sure कि घरिघरि टाइममा you have to go and check you have to go and see if they're okay as well. Another thing could be a storeroom यदि यहाँको सानो छ भने चाहिँ what you can do to you know utilize the spaces you can always use hanging objects. जस्तै hanging baskets हरुमा सेभ राख्नु भयो भने चाहिँ it utilizes that space which is not used जुन त्यो माथिको स्पेस सिलिङ को स्पेसहरु युज हुन्छ र at the same time wall को साइडमा जुन त्यो सिलिङ को तलको wallमा यहाँले शेल्फहरु इन्स्टल गरेर त्यहाँ सामान राख्नु भयो भने पनि this is a very good idea किनभने usually घरमा त्यो माथिको space is not used we are not as tall as the ceiling so mathiko space ma it's always empty it's always you know useless kind of useless so त्यो space लाई चाहिँ utilize गरेर wall mount हरु गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ hang objects from there hang baskets you know on the ceiling so that त्यो space पनि मजाले save होस् at the same time also make sure कि whenever you're storing things in your storeroom make sure you think of the future अहिलेको present मा एकैछिन अल्छी लागेर मात्र हुँदैन future मा त्यो सामान फेरि चाहिन्छ I'll need it again भन्ने बारेमा पनि we'll have to think about it and yes I think these were some of the very simple very easy tips that you can follow anyone can follow this tip and make your storeroom a little manageable a little tidier and a little pleasant and yes I think with this it's time that I take another short break I will be right back after this break. Welcome back once again. You're watching Ke Aaja Ghar Mai and Ke Aaja Ghar Mai ma आज हामीले धेरैवटा टपिकमा कुराकानी गर्यौं. I also gave a lot of interesting, a lot of new ideas I hope and I'm sure all those ideas will be very useful for you as well. र अब चाहिँ I think it's time that I talk about something that is really interesting and that is hair color. Yes, hair color को बारेमा हामी कुराकानी गर्छौं. र again you know hair भनेपछि I'm someone who does not like to experiment a lot. Hair I get really scared, I get really terrified when I have to get a new haircut or a new hair color. But I think color I tend to experiment a little, maybe different shades, same you know brown, I choose brown, but brown different shades of colors I prefer to try garna. Again hair color but there are some people who love experimenting hair colors ma they love going for bright colors they love going for highlights they love going for ombres and you know different colors haru pani uhanle prefer गरिराख्नु भएको छ I'm sure even you know some of your friends who love experimenting about hair and you know if you are one of them if you love experimenting hair colors ma bhane we have a short video and we'll be talking about hair colors as a के नयाँ trend मा छ and how to take care of it भन्ने बारेमा आज हामी कुराकानी गर्छौं so अहिलेका लागि let's have a look at some some of the trendiest and prettiest hair colors, and we'll be back in conversation with you again. Like I said, I am terrified looking at all the colors. जुन हाम्रो भिडियोमा देखाएको थियो, I'm really terrified because I think I'm never going to try all the different colors. But again, I think जुन यो different colors हामीले देख्यो, they are very much in trend, especially 2018 को सबैभन्दा trendiest hair colors हामीले त्यहाँ display मा पनि देखाएको थियो. र यहाँहरुले पनि if you want to try it, then I'm sure you can go for colors that is actually good for your skin tone, that you're actually comfortable in. Right? I think one of the major thing before coloring your hair or going for any drastic hair transformation, any kind of haircut, is that you need to be comfortable with it. You need to make a decision, and because hair bhaneko chai kasto bhane, you cannot regret it. Once it's cut, it's gone, so there's nothing you can do about it. Once you color it, you have to, it's advisable to wait for a certain period of time to recolor it. So just make sure that you are very confirmed that this is what you want. You have to be very determined when it comes to hair color. Again, talking about colors, Pani, there are wide range of colors which is very much in trend these days. One of them would also be lilac color. Suruma Pani dekhe purplish shade. I think that is one of the most common hair color that is being used 2018 ma. Lilac bhanne bittike, it's all about purple ko pani, it goes from different ranges, light hunsa, bright khalko purple hunsa, kunai chai alikati dark purplish, glossy matra color matra aune pani hunsa. So I think lilac color is one of the very trendy hair color that you can try this season, this year. And the other one is red. I think red color, so we've seen a lot of celebrities also using red hair color. Waharle pani धेरै use गर्नु भएको छ. At the same time, red ma pani there are like wide ranges of colors, be it alikati crimson red pani hunsa bhane, there are some highlights matra, कति जनाले चाहिँ highlights मात्रै prefer गर्नुहुन्छ. And I think highlights is the best way to color your hair, because if you want a very safe option, if you do not want your entire head to look a different color, then make sure that you go for highlights. Highlights, it gives you that color as well. Certain ठाउँमा रातो हुन्छ, certain ठाउँमा pink हुन्छ, blonde हुन्छ, the color use पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. At the same time एकदमै drastic change pani dekhdaina. So yes, you can go for highlights, and red is one of them. Now red, this the orco drastic hair color is also blue. I've seen a lot of people who've colored their hair blue. The blue color pani, again like I said, alikiti dark tone ma pani available huncha pani, alikiti light tone ma pani blue colors are in, and it's very much in. Also green. In fact, one of our stylists here who was also on our show also had this green hair color, and I think she carried it with, you know, with perfect style, and she managed to make it look very nice as well. Your colorful hair, what you have to make sure is, once you choose an outfit, you have to make sure that outfit matches. I'm telling you, it's a lot of maintenance, but yes, again, you have to make sure that outfits matches. You have to make sure that you look good. Your makeup should be accordingly. You should not be putting a lot of contrast colors. And the other thing is, I think black is also in trend. We Nepalese, we are very blessed to have these dark brown and black hair color, but jun abroad ma, or you know, people, they prefer having black hair or dark brown hair. They in fact color it into black and brown, but we are very lucky that we have natural brown hair. So yes, again, black hair is how experiment that is also a good option. That's also a safe option because you are still in trend. And the other one would obviously be blonde. I think blonde is the, you know, we try to color it brown and blonde, everyone does it, but again, blonde, there are so many types. For example, there's this golden blonde, there's platinum blonde. Again, platinum blonde is that ash blonde, that grayish color ko white, icy white color ko hair. Again, that's very much in. So you know, white blonde, icy color is also in. And yes, I think these are some of the colors which can make you look very stylish, which can keep you you know, very trendy 2018 mara. I'm sure these colors will last for a very long period of time. In your fashion worlds mapani, they'll be in for a very long period of time. And yes, with this, I think it's time that I say bye-bye. It's time that we wrap up the show, but we'll be back again next week. Friday, Sunday to Friday, we will be back again with more ideas, with more tips, with more you know, things to share with you. If there's anything that you would want to share with us, then our Facebook page is always there. We also have our Instagram, Ke Aaja Ghar Mai ko Kantipur TV HD ko Instagram page pani cha. Tyaha pani hamलाई follow garna सक्नुहुन्छ. And our episodes, they always get uploaded on YouTube as well. So YouTube ma pani you can always leave us a comment, because we are looking forward to it. We really respond to it, and we try to incorporate all your suggestions as well. And also, do not forget to download our app, Kantipur TV HD ko app pani yahanle download garna nabirsunu hola afno Android ra iOS ma, and through that you can watch us live from any part of the world, anytime. And I think with this, it's time for me to say bye-bye. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week ahead. Hi everybody, I'm Sagarika.
And this is me, Laurisa. And if you like Ke Aaja Ghar Mai on Kantipur Television HD,
then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And don't forget to download our app.
Bye-bye.
Bye.